Hello. Is this cool? It is working. All right. My guy isn't up though. Where is he? One second. I'm having issues. There we are. There we go. There we go. Okay. Hold on. That's not right. Hello? There we go. Discord just glitched so hard. Like, so very, very hard. Yikes. Hello. Hi, Hannah. Welcome to Layton. It's Layton Day, and I desperately hope he doesn't make me do more math. Because, whoa, it's loud for me. Oh, it's just loud in general. Oh my god, that's too loud. That's too loud. That was too loud. Let me know how the sound is now, because I just drastically lowered it. Oops, all latent noise. My god. Mostly good on the math? That's wonderful. Well, you're right. There can never be enough latent music. However, it can be too loud. That was my issue. It was just way too loud. Let me just check a few things real quick. I need to make sure something downloaded properly so I can close Chrome. It looks like a no. It looks like it's a big fat no. Downloads. Okay, they're still going, so I guess I can't close Chrome right now. It is very quiet now. Okay. How is it now? Because I'm looking at the levels. So I'm trying to do it based on that. So that was just kind of a guess. I'm just kind of guessing. Better? Okay, cool. Cool. Glad it's better. Let me just make sure everything is closed that needs to be closed. I think everything's fine. I'm sorry. I'm having a day. I'm having a lot of days. I'm just having a lot of days. And packaging things for between, admittedly today it was only 6 hours, but you know, 6 to like 11 hours of my day has been packing. So I'm a little out of it. Forget what these were. We looked at them and then I forgot. Oh. Yeah, puzzles. Cool. I have been doing so much merch. And when I woke up today, and I was like, I have to do more because I ran to the post office to drop off some things. And then I was like trying to get myself to do more merch, more packing and stuff. And I was just like, I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be doing this so badly, but I have to keep doing it. I'm so sick of TV. I'm so sick of movies. So sick of like the like an audio experience, but I can't do it in silence. It's just miserable. I'm sure it'll be better because I took a little bit of a break today, but I still did a lot. Everyone wishes they could help. Nobody can. Okay. Layton and Luke are rejoined by Emmy, who has come back from London with valuable information. What sinister truths could lie behind the mysterious death of Evan Bard? So, where were we? We got Emmy back. Gronsky ran off. And Clark was the witness to Evan Bard's death. Right? That's what we're doing? He's the witness, so we have to go talk to him? Alright. Sorry, knuckles. Joints. That hurt just as much as not cracking it did. Ow. Should I just talk? Oh wait, no, I wasn't pointing at this guy. It's fine. It's fine. I genuinely, I know I can talk to these guys. I know they might have puzzles. I don't want to talk to these guys right now. I want to advance the plot. Is this even the right direction? No, it's not. Fuck, I got it. Layton, you have to tell me what those mouse badges are for. You cannot keep asking me what they're for. I do not know. Oh, this is where I went wrong. Okay. Did I go the wrong way again? No. It's good music. Wait a minute. You were on the other side of town a minute ago, dude. Whatever. We haven't seen Luke's dialogue for this stuff yet, so I'm choosing to look at it.
That's my father's car. He's not been out with it much lately.
I mixed up those words in my head so bad, I had to take a moment to be like, hello?
That is the dining room, but we hardly ever eat there now.
I don't have his voice yet. We'll find it. We'll find Luke's voice. How about that?
Is Clark around? Shh, Mr. Layton.
Oh, that's right. Luke left the house in secret, 5 days ago or something. I think it's only 2, but it feels like we've been gone for 57 years. It might have just been overnight. We've been gone for so long, and one guy knew. This guy is a whole 10-year-old. Is no one nervous?
True, but I imagine Clark is well aware that his boy is gone by now.
It's been 87 years, Hannah. It's been 87 years. I should have talked to her first. They've had one sleepy time, but it's been 87 years. You know?
Oh, a puzzle. Did I tell you we sometimes hear noises coming from the cellar, even when there's no one down there? Dolan says it's probably just the wind in the floorboards. There's times I think I must be going balmy. Maybe it's the old squire's ghost. I reckon he came to a violent end, you know?
You mean Evan Bard? I thought his death was ruled as a suicide.
Well, just between you and me, he wasn't particularly well liked, was Mr. Bard. He earned most of the land in town and hiked the rent right up. That didn't make any friends. And then he always acted so high and mighty. The only person he would talk to was Mr. Triton. I was dismissed from that household years ago. It was lucky for me that they took me on here, I'll tell you. But you just don't know, do you? He might have had his own reasons not to want to live.
I see. And you believe he may be haunting this house. Why this one?
Oh no, I didn't mean. There's no reason at all why he'd come to haunt poor Mr. Triton's house. ... Oh, don't mind old Beth, dearie. In fact, I have a little puzzle for you, if you fancy it.
Literally, they're like, well, he was a shitty landlord, so Okay. Your lucky tablecloth is damaged and you want to salvage it. After cutting off the shaded area, you make 2 straight cuts along the dotted lines and end up with 3 pieces. Sewing these pieces together gives you a smaller square tablecloth decorated with 5 complete 4-leaf clovers. Draw 2 lines on the cloth to show the 2 straight lines you cut. What? Okay, well, cutting off this entire area. Oh, this puzzle wanted me dead. I hate pattern puzzles like this. I can't do them. I'm not good at, spatial anything, so, this is gonna be rough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm trying to see better what I have to work with. Ugh, drawing on this is such a nightmare. Okay, so. Shit. I hate that there's no, like, undo button, so, like, every time I draw something, I have to, like... Oh, but when you place them together... Shit. Fuck. Because the thing is, this is like a single one, so it feels like it should have to be here, and then like another spot, like, I don't know, fucking here. Because then you aren't cutting through any of them. And then... The notepad is useful, but I wish it had... Yeah, an undo button would be helpful, so I don't have to erase it all the time. But now I have to mentally piece them together, which is a nightmare. Especially if I'm imagining, like, this part cut out. Can I, like, slide this in there? And now I got just 1, 2, 3. How does this work? You could technically do that. I should just do it on here and not bother with the... I think this is stupid. I want to try it, though. I think it's stupid, but I'm really bad at things where you, like, mentally put patterns. Like, I don't...
I think this is right.
I don't. Oh my god!
I knew I could do it.
You and no one else, Luke. You and literally no one else that I can do it right. What? Hannah, I was literally just like, well, this doesn't cut anything in half. Because it was confusing me. That was pure luck. That was pure luck and nothing else. Oh my god.
Now, I ain't one to gossip, and I would never say a word against the master, but it is a bit strange how Mr. Bard left all his land to Mr. Triton. They weren't related or nothing.
Yeah, super, super sus on Clark's part.
Then there's the way the master has become all funny ever since Mrs. Triton's been gone.
Dude, it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for him. It's looking very bad, in fact, I'd say. Pretty shitty. There's even more hint coins. Even more hint coins. Alright, what the fuck was your voice?
Good day, Mr. Layton, Master Luke. Mr. Triton is presently in the first floor study.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so worried about her. I'm so nervous. It's gonna be like, she just went on a vacation, and I'm gonna be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and die. I don't know. Anything in here? Ah. Sorry, I thought I saw something and I super didn't. I super did not see anything, actually. What is his voice? He needs a voice.
How is the investigation going, Herschel? I hope Luke hasn't been troublesome.
That was too much like Layton's. We're gonna change it next time because I did it and I immediately went, that's not gonna work. I need to be better at voice acting if we're gonna do this.
Quite the contrary. Luke has been very helpful. Clark, I would like to ask you something.
Sorry, I just like halfway through this sentence I realized how like absurd this is. Like he's really cut up, so so you ended up with all the land in the will? Like all of it? Like all the land? Are you sure about that? Like all of it? Like all of it?
Of course. How can I help? I need you to tell me everything you know about the death of Evan Bard. Evan Bard?
I don't know how he's coming out of this looking good. You got all the land and the kids are just on their own, Clark. You didn't think to like do anything? Clark, it's so suspicious, buddy. It's really suspect.
I'll tell you the same thing I told the police. I saw someone fall off a cliff. That's it. I didn't see anyone else around. I didn't even know it was Bard when it happened. Chief Jakes closed the case as a suicide. Yes, well, that makes sense if no one else was there. What about the will? Why would Bard leave you his land deeds? Evan was a friend and the only person in town with whom I could discuss intellectual manners.
What a shitty thing to say about your town. Right? Like, oh, that guy was the only guy smart enough to talk to me about shit that was like smart people shit. Come on, Clark.
You had liked him very much, Herschel. Of course, I was still very surprised by the will. Chief Jakes confirmed the will and acted as the executor. He took care of everything for me. I became an extensive landowner overnight, and I've been dealing with the red tape ever since. And Ariana and her brother. They are still the future heirs as far as I'm concerned. I only planned to oversee the land until they were of age. Fortunately, it is possible that Ariana will not live long enough to see that happen.
I love vague illnesses. The evil landlord was the only one smart enough, apparently.
So you know about her illness? Of course. It's truly tragic. I don't know what I would do if such a fate were to befall Luke. Evan was always so attentive to his children. I was shocked to learn that he hadn't made adequate provisions for them.
And you guys just fucking left them? And you guys just fucking left them? You guys just left them? Hey guys? You're just leaving them alone? I'm sorry, like, you're just leaving them alone? Okay, so he didn't set something up for his kids after he died. Okay. They're children. Someone has to raise them. No one thought, hey, these kids need a legal guardian for a few more years. Yeah, you can't just leave kids. Like, guys, I know you hated him. That's an 11-year-old. Like, you can hate him. That's an 11-year-old. That's an entire 11-year-old. Guys? I'm genuinely baffled. I'm like so confused. I know I should suspend my disbelief or whatever, but like, what? What? Okay.
Do you agree with Jake's conclusion about Bard's death?
Oh my god. Jake jump scare.
Well, he's much more qualified to make that judgment than I am. He's third-eyed Jakes, after all.
Me too, Tara. It's okay. Level 5 has some writing choices. I also have beef with them over this. It's such a choice. I know, like, kids in this seem to, like, run pretty free, but it's just, like, so baffling. It's such a choice. It really is.
Yes, that name derives from his ability to solve every case, I understand.
It's never a good thing, I've found in fiction, or in real life, when the police are known for having not only, like, not just a 100%, like, solve rate, but just, like, a very high percentage of catching criminals, solving crimes, solving murders, whatever it is. If you have a very high one, there's probably something suspect going on. There's usually a corruption, and there's usually, like, just being wrong. Because even, like, a good high percentage is a little bit like, but, like, every case? Every case? Are you sure, Jakes? Every case? That, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Every case, yes, Herschel. The man has practically eliminated crime in Mist Throlly.
Maybe, but, like, there are 10-year-olds running the black market, so I don't know. I don't know.
Besides the activities of witches and spectres, of course. What are you implying, Herschel? Please, just this once stop speaking in riddles.
He loves riddles. He's never gonna stop speaking in riddles.
Cases ruled as accidents, unexpected confessions, complaints being withdrawn.
Yes, go on.
It's a common pattern among solved cases. Herschel, you don't think Jakes had anything to do with Bard's death, do you?
I'm not dissing the Black Ravens. I'm just saying, if they've truly eliminated all crime, then realistically, they're either just arresting people, or they have eliminated the main reasons for there to be crime. And seeing those kids running a black market at 10, which clearly has not been stopped, like, I don't know. Anyway.
Would the master like to have his dinner now? Doland, you gave me quite a start. How long have you been there? Only moments, sir. I apologise if you did not hear me knock. Am I disturbing the master? No, of course not, no. Yes, dinner sounds splendid. Herschel, Hemi, please join us. We have several aged wines in the cellar, Herschel. Perhaps you could go down and select a bottle for us. You want me? What?
I lost that really hard.
You want me to pick a wine? Perhaps the master would prefer I select a wine to go with dinner. Oh, no. Our friend Layton is quite the connoisseur when it comes to wine. Isn't that right, old boy?
This is so suspicious. This is cask of Amontillado, not, like... I'm on edge. I'm very on edge about this. And I'm just like... You're asking me to go down to the wine cellar? Why are you asking me to do that, Clark? Clark, why are you asking me to go down to the wine cellar? Hannah, I was like, he's locked in the basement. It's over with. Yeah, it's done. It's done, and he's just gonna have to do lots of puzzles in the basement. That's our future. To get out of the basement, we have to do a puzzle.
Well, it would be my pleasure. Where's the wine cellar?
Oh, and coins. I thought I got all of them in these places, so this is fun. Something about Clark as an undergrad.
Aw, too bad you're not in that photo too, Professor.
My father as a student. I can't even imagine it.
And coin.
Even with his duties as mayor, Clark remains a keen archaeologist.
As your assistant, I suppose I should read all those sometime.
Archaeology's all right, but give me a good puzzle any day.
You absolutely came into this room, saw Clark, and then walked out. No. I meant before we left. Like, when we first started this game. Like, the very first time we did this, we were in this home. In this room.
That pile of papers looks precarious.
Well, if I need any proof that Clark is busy, that is it.
Best not to go too near that pile. I'll knock it over. The windows are so clean you can barely see they're there.
Somebody must take pride in keeping these panes spotless.
It's Beth. Every ounce of her energy goes into those windows.
But admittedly, Hannah, I think I, walked in, talked to Clark, and left last time, too. So, not incorrect.
I didn't know you were into wine, Professor. Is there anything you don't know about?
To be honest, I'm more of a connoisseur of tea. I can't claim to know that much about wine. Nope, to know much about wine at all.
Really? Then why did Clark say that you do?
It seemed to me that Clark was fabricating a reason for us to see the basement.
Either he wants to trap us down there, or for some reason, Clark knows something that he wants to tell us, but he can't outright tell us, so he's just leading us to it. But that's me being generous and saying Clark isn't, somehow a bad guy in this situation, and I don't know, he's just so suspicious. I don't want him to be a bad guy because, Luke, but also, I don't know. You know?
Yeah. Hush, old boy, would you like a puzzle? We keep them in the basement. There must be something there. I think we should do as he wishes.
The cellar's through the blue door on the ground floor hallway.
Alright, let's go get bricked into a wall. Bricked into... I don't know how to word that. Cask of Amontillado.
It looks like a normal cellar to me. What are we supposed to notice?
Luke, does anything strike you as out of the ordinary?
No, not really. Actually, the basement's been off limits lately, so I can't say for sure. Off limits, eh? Did you get caught down here scoffing fruit tarts between meals, Luke? What? No. They were eclairs, and that's not the point. Shh, quiet.
What is it, Emmy?
I thought I heard something. Maybe I imagined it.
Perhaps it was a mouse?
I beg your pardon?
My apologies, Luke. I wonder if there's something we're missing.
Professor Layton, is there anything I can do to help?
No, I think we're fine, Dolan. Thank you. Dolan, did you happen to know Mr. Bard as well?
Yes, I know it isn't kind to speak ill of the departed, but Mr. Bard was a man who charged extortionate rents to those who lived on his land. Some are inclined to believe that he was thrown off the cliff by an angry tenant. Surely a cultured man like yourself is aware of how locals will gossip.
It's too bad that's all Bard is remembered for.
Most everyone knew him, most everyone despised him. However, I do press on. If you've selected a wine, I can carry on with preparing dinner.
Oh no, that voice made me yawn. Too much air.
Dolan, has my dad been acting strange to you lately?
He has been rather preoccupied, I would say. Much of his time is spent in the study.
Yes, clearly Clark has other matters at hand. Let's get going.
You're not staying for dinner?
We'll have to do it another time. Please give my regards to Clark.
Thanks for your help, Dolan.
My pleasure. Do be careful out there.
Hint coin?
Somebody's good at stacking boxes.
Those look very heavy indeed. They must be packed full of things.
I don't think I could even pick one of those up off the floor.
Soothsaying cloak. Hint coin. Puzzle!
It's a wine rack. These bottles are arranged haphazardly.
Do you think they forgot to tidy them up?
There's a hint in the wine.
Having bottles lying on the ground isn't very wise. Let's put them away before someone breaks one.
Now I'm yawning too much. Oh no! 50 picarats. In order to store this fine wine in an appropriate manner, the following rules must be observed. White wine should always be stored so there's only one bottle on any horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. Red wine should also be stored so there's only one bottle on the same horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. 2 bottles are already in the crate and cannot be moved. Can you find out a way to store them? Sorry, I forgot I needed to talk. That one can't go there. Puzzle, wine, quick, dull, and brick of the wall. Only one horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Yawning. Sorry if you can see me just like testing it out. I think you can since I'm using my mouse. I think this might be right, but I want to double check.
Some puzzles must be met directly.
Win! Puzzle win!
No puzzle is without an answer.
Puzzle win. Wow. Okay. Oh, there's 2 different ways. But both of them have a very similar, like, they're kind of just right next to each other.
Perfect. That's everything tidied away now.
That was fun.
I guess we didn't learn anything from moving the wine, unless Layton did learn something and chose not to tell us.
Whoa, this bottle dates from the year I was born.
Mature vintages are said to have a more subtle flavor.
Wouldn't it make you ill to drink something that old?
You'd think, Luke, but I mean, it kind of does, so you're right. I guess that's it? I feel like I didn't find what Clark wanted me to find.
It must be all the stress that's getting to Mr. Triton. I do hope he'll be alright.
I don't know if I learned what I needed to learn.
Professor, what was that about?
What with the library and Clark's account, there are still many questions about Bard's death.
That's great, but I'm at dinner. I'm really hungry and Luke really hasn't eaten.
This, coupled with the spectre not being reported outside of Miss Thrally, troubles me. It would appear that someone is carefully manipulating the information about these 2 events.
I love that you spelled Tony with an I. Why are Ariana and Tony just on their own?
A falsified report and a cover-up. Conspiracy? This is shaping up to be quite a case.
I'm gonna shake Clark like a dog toy. Mood. I'm gonna, like, you know when you, like, squeeze a toy, like a squeaky toy too much and it explodes? That's how I feel. Yeah, wrong Tony. Wrong Tony.
But who is capable of doing this? There's only one person I can think of.
Who, Luke?
Chief Constable Jakes. He's in a position to do both of those things. Luke is spot on. Jakes is the only one in this town capable of both.
He's supposed to be a public servant. That's just unforgivable. Emmy, do not get us started about policemen. We can't get started about cops.
Emmy, your faith in public servants is inspiring. However, However, there's no doubt that Jakes is withholding information. We need to find out more about him.
Continue to investigate the town. This game is like, do a thing. Investigate. Wait a minute, what are you doing here, ma'am? What are you doing here? You were supposed to be in the city. You're supposed to be in London. Why did you come out here?
Oh, Inspector Grosky, your muscles glisten in the country just as they do back in London. How manly. You again? What are you doing here? The Grosky I would have walked through fire. Luckily, I didn't have to. I just took a taxi here.
Emmy, do you know this woman?
Sort of. I bumped into her in London. Grosky told me he had a lead. He must be on the trail of a notorious criminal. Oh, it's too exciting. He seemed even more determined than usual. I wish you had said for me with that kind of passion. He said he had a lead. Which way did he go? He just ran off that way. He's probably at the crossroads now.
We might still be able to catch him. Let's hurry.
I don't know, that guy runs really fast. Like, I don't know if we'll be able to find him. Yeah, me and Emmy were like, why are you here? Man, what are you doing? Do you not have a job? Oh, I wanted to save manually. Fuck, I'll do that after. Let me...
What's this?
What the fuck?
Gentlemen, I hope we're not going to have any trouble here.
These guys are so shaped. Go, Emmy, go. Go, Emmy, go. Like, am I fully aware that it would make that I can just, like, I can see Layton just knowing how to do all this
Emmy,
already.
Your methods are
However,
unorthodox,
I want
but
her
very
to teach
effective.
him so bad.
Thanks. Whenever you need a little muscle.
I want her to be
you just
like,
let
hey,
me know,
Professor, I want
and
to teach
I'll
you
be there."
self-defense.
I'll keep that in mind.
Who are these men? Do you think Jake sent them after us?
Looks like Jakes didn't want to wait the full 24 hours to get rid of
I
us.
forgot we were
Was
told to
Mr.
get out of
Bond
town.
Killed by these thugs?
Unfortunately, we can't say for
Oops,
certain.
I forgot. Completely slipped my mind. Oh, fuck, what was his voice? What was his voice? What was his voice?
Layton, Emmy, I've been looking all over for you two.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Grosky jump scare. Oh, jeez. She should. Emmy teach Luke how to throw it down. Can you imagine being taken down by a little gremlin like Luke? Terrifying. I think she should teach Luke how to throw a punch, and I think it would be good. Emmy is now on potential international Power Rangers list. Good for her. Stay winning.
I've got a very corporal lead on that spectre of yours.
Corporeal, not corporal. Corporeal. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Wrong word. Wrong word. It's fine.
Really? That's great, Inspector.
The police chief in this town is really ahead of the game. He said a tall-outed gentleman and a furry young lady abducted the mayor's son. He added that they were posing as investigators when they were in fact they were controlling the spectre. Not to dampen your spirits, but that does narrow the suspects down a fair bit.
My brain is flip-flopping words like crazy. Whoa. I did not, but Foxy, did you get to watch the sweepstakes live stream last night? And did you have fun? If you did. And if you didn't, did you enjoy looking through that website? I hope if you did any of the above, you had a good time. Because I heard it was fun.
Is any of that true, Layton? Explain yourself. Chief Jakes hasn't given us a warm welcome, that's for certain.
I did not any of the above. It happens. I didn't either, so I just had friends who did, so I wasn't sure.
Don't be fooled, Inspector. Jakes is the real culprit. I know it.
What? Jakes, you say? So he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes, eh? Aye, Grosky of the yard will not take such shenanigans sitting down.
And he's gone.
Inspector, wait! Really is quick for someone his size.
Yes, you need a time machine to keep up with Grosky.
It's really hard to go from Grosky's voice to Layton's. Hold on. Ah, jeez.
Professor, we didn't get to tell Grosky what's happening. Should we go after him?
No, let's avoid running into Jakes again if possible. We need to continue the investigation. My concern is growing about this situation with Jakes, however.
Oh! Well, there's my manual save, huh? Do-do-do-do-do. Look at this little guy. Look at our little man. Oh, I love him so much.
We need to work fast. Jakes is just waiting for an opportunity to take us out.
Yes, we'll have to be really careful.
I think we should be alright as long as we stay in populated areas. Luke, who knows that you are the one predicting the spectre's appearances?
Just Oland. He promised me he wouldn't mention me to the police.
I see. Well, young Oracle, do you know where the spectre will strike next?
Not yet. No.
Ah. Well, I have a prediction. I believe the next attack will take place between High Yard Arch and the reservoir.
What?
So you can predict the future too?
Not quite, Emmy. I simply deduced it from Luke's notes.
My notes?
Yes, looking at the records you've kept provided to be quite helpful. Now, I know that the spectre never strikes the same street twice. It has appeared in the same area on more than one occasion, but it spreads out as it attacks.
Of course, I hadn't realised that.
It's all in there. By looking at the patterns, one can work out where the spectre will appear next.
That's amazing, Professor.
We might just stay one step ahead of Jakes with this information. Let's head for High Yard Hills.
All right.
So I realized I haven't actually, during that conversation, I had the realization that I haven't actually, theorized much about, the actual spectre, aside from thinking it's not a spectre. My first initial thought is it's some kind of machine, and that's why there's all that fog. And I guess the music, but, I don't think that would really cover up machine noises. I'm wondering if, because it's destroying houses, it's looking for something. What it's looking for, I'm not entirely certain. But they did have that thing they were looking for in the ruins that I cannot remember the name of. But I don't know why they'd find it in a house, right? That should be underground. But I don't know how that ties back to Ariana being a witch. But I think that could tie into Clark. Because if Clark is an archaeologist like Layton, and he got all of the land when Bard died, he could be, hypothetically, if he is in charge, if he's, controlling the specter, then I'm wondering if, that is an element of it, right? He's looking for that whatever the fuck it is. And he owns all this land. That could have been an assist. That could be his motivation for getting all that land, I guess. I'm speculating hardcore because it's the Jakes is also involved somehow, and that has nothing to do with any of that. That's just maybe Jakes is looking for it. Maybe Clark is a red herring. there had to be a reason we were sent to the basement, but I don't know what it is yet. If this is Clark's doing, I think him, the game, the town, Ariana, and Tony should kick his ass for free. Literally. They should all just beat him up. I'm also trying to figure out what's up with Luke's mom. I can't remember how long the Spectre has been around for, so I don't think she's been gone the whole time, but I'm like... Initially, really early on, I was like, is somehow Luke's mom the Spectre? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not like Tony and Cotton. Like, I haven't been like taking notes or anything, so I'm just sitting here like, I don't remember half of this game. But what if? Like, right? What if? What if XYZ? What if I just said shit? I don't know. I don't know. I think the Spectre has been a recent thing by a few months. And Luke's mom has been gone for a bit too. Found the documents. Sorry, I just want to clear these. Yeah, so that's where I'm at mentally. That's like what's rotating in my brain, right? Like that's what's being rotated around in like a microwave. And I'm like zapping it and poking it and testing to see if it's hot all the way through or if it's just like cold. That's what's currently happening in my brain space. Yeah, rotate brain cell. I don't want to... Whatever.
Mr. Ollie thrives in fog. The green moist with early morning dew is elegantly refined. Rising at dawn is worthwhile if only to taste the ephemeral splendor.
Checking to see if the logic balls are colliding. Exactly. You understand.
There's a man in Miss Raleigh they call Head Died Jakes. I've been thinking of getting a tip myself.
That was a bad pun. So, no laughs. And none at all, actually.
How lucky am I that my house wasn't damaged? I can't even imagine how I would feel.
I was thinking these people would have, like, anything interesting or new to say. The Spectre will be out causing a ruckus again soon. I just want some peace for crying out loud.
Whee!
It looks as if you're right, Mr. Layton.
Why do you say that?
The Spectre will appear here tonight. Really? Please go on.
How do you know, Luke? And he's like, Luke, why do you know that? It's very suspicious. Are you sure you aren't the Spectre, Luke? Have you considered that, Professor? Have you considered that Luke is the Spectre? Have you thought about that?
It's the water level.
Oh, right, that's the other thing. I'm, like, connecting dots. I'm very Pepe Sylvia right now because, like, I don't have immediate access to all my memories of this game. So, like, I'm just, like, digging through piles of stuff, like, it's here. It's all here. I just saw the thing go to red for half a second on Twitch, and I was like, no! What I was going to say is clearly, quote-unquote clearly, the Spectre is using pack ratting my memories, is clearly using the waterways to move around. That's the missing part in the machinery. I think it actually has something to do with boats. I don't know if Bucky is necessarily involved, but I am thinking it has something to do with boats. Because that could be why Bucky Evil Arc. Well, that could be why that's like that could be one of the areas you're getting fog from. And two, I forgot how words work, but that could be a reason why people aren't like necessarily hearing like lots of machinery or like a car or like anything like that. Part of it could be if it is moving by a boat, but I am not sure yet. I'm still cooking this theory up. We're still cooking, and I'm not sure we're cooking with gas. We might be cooking with like a really shitty fire that is not doing much at all, but like slightly warming the food.
I suppose I can tell you now, Mr. Layton. Of course, you know by now that I'm not some supernatural oracle. I can talk to animals, but that's not important right now. I've been able to predict when and where the spectre would appear because of one simple thing. It was the water level in the canals. At first, I just noticed it by chance.
Oh my god, he's so lethal.
I was walking through town and saw that the water was very low in one stretch of the canal. I didn't think much of it until the spectre attacked that very spot the same evening. It appeared just in the place where the water was low. I thought it might have been a coincidence, but I started tracking the water levels just in case. After that, I realised there must be a connection. Whenever the water level fell, that meant the spectre would attack there that night.
You came up with that all by yourself? Wow!
I wonder if the spectre somehow needs water to appear.
Hang on a sec. Luke, why didn't you tell us earlier? That info might have been useful.
It's just, I didn't know if I could trust you. Oh, Mr. Layton.
So, that means you do trust us now, I suppose. Hey, hang on another sec. How were you tracking water levels in town if you hardly ever left your room?
I had help from my friend. This is Toppy.
Oh my god! Oh my god, are we finally addressing the Luke can talk to animals thing? I have been wondering when the fuck that was gonna come up. And also, is this the little mouse that we've been getting mouse coins from or whatever the fuck? Squeak!
Why do you have a mouse in your pocket?
Well, as I said, he's my friend. I don't get everything he says, but I understand enough.
Wow, so you can talk to mice? I think that could be even weirder than the whole spectre business.
Well, I don't really understand it either. We've seen stranger things since we've arrived here, Emmy. So, Luke, the spectre will appear here tonight.
They said we will address it and immediately move on. I love it. They were like, yes, Luke can talk to animals. And the professor's like, we've seen a stranger. I don't think we have, because I think we're going to get some admittedly kind of bonkers and absurd explanation for what happened. But it's still gonna have an explanation. Luke just can talk to animals. But can okay, listen, Hannah, I understand. Maya and Pro can Spirit channel, Luke can Spirit channel. Luke and Spirit channel? Holy shit, this is a whole new world. That's crazy. That's crazy. What I was going to say is in the universe of Ace Attorney, like, it's not just Maya, right? Like, Maya can Spirit channel Pearl, Mia, like, it's not just them. Like, that is a Luke Faye arc. Oh my god. That would be that is on this in my brain, that's low-key on the same level of when people are like, oh, but like AU or Miles is a Fae, and I'm like, because his name begins with M? Don't get me wrong, I think those are fun. I don't have anything against them. I've just always been like, why are we doing this? Because his name begins with an M, is that it? That can be the reason. I don't mind. I just always think it's kind of funny. Anyway, Luke Faye arc. That's where his mom is right now. She had to do the Faye mom thing where she was just like, peace, and then vanishes. She vanishes like a ghost.
Yes, if my theory is correct.
Well, Professor, what should we do? Why can Luke talk to animals? That's not really in line with anything else we've seen here. Are we really just going to move on from that? We are? We're just going to move on. Alright, well, let's put that aside for later. Put a pin in it.
Let us see if Luke's theory holds water, so to speak. So, should we tell Dolan so we can alert the police? Actually, no. Let's evacuate the residence on our own this time.
What?
Why, Mr. Layton?
We are going to set a little trap for the spectre.
We are?
What are we going to do?
Professor, we're not going to put people's lives at risk, right? Because that seems like we could be held liable for it. And I can't afford to get sued. And I can't really afford to go to jail either. What are you planning, Mr. Layton?
We're going to have a final showdown with the spectre.
Hey, Anna, what have I missed in the time I've missed story? I don't remember when you left. There are some kids being not taken care of properly, but they seem fine, question mark. But their dad died. And Clark, Luke's dad, was the witness, supposedly. And he was left all the land in the will. And there is a police chief who seems corrupt. And also told us to get out of town in 24 hours. Luke can talk to animals. And he's been tracking the spectre using water levels. And we are now setting a trap for the spectre. That's the conversation we're in. But I think those are the major things. And I don't know how it all fits together yet. I've been Pepe Sylviaing it. I'm trying my best here. I'm really trying my best.
How are we going to do that?
First, we'll evacuate the residence. Then we'll need to visit the black market.
Oh, there's a black market with children. It's run by children. That's the other big thing you missed, I think, then. The black market of the children.
Luke used his ability to talk to animals to speak to a mouse named Toppy and predicted where the spectre would next strike based on the rodent's information. Luke had Toppy examine all the waterways to find which ones were lower than usual.
Oh! Cutscene! Uh-oh. This immediately seems suspicious. Oh no.
We got a bit of a problem.
Hello? Wait, oh my god!
I assume you're referring to
Oh my
one
god, wait, I
Herschel
know
Layton?
this character.
I must decide on a plan of action for when
I
he
know this
finds out.
character.
And he will find
I've seen
out.
this person on Twitter
You
before.
already know about this
I don't know
guy.
anything about this person, but I recognize this
I do.
design.
Fate is so interesting sometimes.
What the fuck is happening? Yes, on Twitter. I briefly followed somebody. I don't know if they like changed interests or like I stopped following them or they left or something. Block him from your mind. This was one of the design of this character is all I know. But they briefly got really into like this character, I think Layton in general, but especially this character. And I know nothing about them. Going into the Layton series, I was like, I know that we have a guy in a top hat. I know we have Luke, who is in a different little hat. And we've got that guy, whoever that person is. That's quite literally what I went into Layton knowing. So, I don't know if I can fully block them from my mind, but Anyway.
Professor, how are we going to get everyone in the area to evacuate without the help of the police?
His design is funky. He's so weird. I love that you saw him once and went, wait. I didn't know if he was going to come up in this game. I wasn't sure if that was the character that was going to come up in this game or not. So, like, while it was a little bit in the back of my mind, it wasn't, like, a priority, right? Not a priority. I think I might know the name, or I might have, like, ideas of a name, but I'm not going to say any of them, because I don't want to embarrass myself.
Luke, do you know of anyone who could take charge of an operation like this?
I think Grepe would do it. He loves ordering people around. He's certainly scary enough for the job. If Grepe told people to leave, they would definitely listen to him.
He's probably still at Paddy's restaurant, griping. Splendid. Maybe we can persuade him to channel his energy into helping the residents.
So, off to Paddy's restaurant then. I wonder what his special is today. We haven't had dinner, and I'm really hungry because I ran back and forth to London. Can I please get some food? Fuck, I missed it. Emmy's like, can you please feed me? I beat up a bunch of guys. Can you please feed me? I'm tucking that character way away into the back of my mind. Just way, way, way away. Because I have no idea, like, what that character does, really. At all. I just know that they exist. I just know they're there.
Ha ha ha! I see that even I have become subject to your persistent prodding technique. But it is good to see you pay such fine attention to detail. You're certainly not a hurrybody. Come then, sir, let me present you with a gift that transcends all others, the gift of friendship. Thank you, but we really must be moving on.
George Washington looking motherfucker. Why didn't that work that time, Hannah?
Mr. Grepe, there's something I'd like to speak to you about. You lot again, did Triton put you up to this? Well, I don't have time for you. Leave me alone. Please, calm down, Mr. Grepe. The spectre will appear again tonight, according to Luke's predictions. Predictions? I had heard there was someone making predictions, but you're saying it's this child. Never mind that. Did you say the spectre's coming? That's no joking matter. Are you sure? Yes, I'm afraid so. Tonight, near High Yard Arch. But the police cannot be involved this time. We have to organize the evacuation in their stead. You are well respected in the neighborhood. Would you help us get everyone to safety? You're asking me to help? How can I trust you? Why should I believe this boy can predict anything? If you're trying to manipulate me with some cock and bull story, you'll have to come to regret it.
I tripped over that word so hard.
On the other hand, if what you say is true, the townspeople are in grave danger. Very well, I cannot put my pride before the safety of others. I will help you, but you will have to devise a way to get everyone out in time. That sounds fair. Would you have any suggestions? I can call on a few friends to help with the evacuation, but the rest is up to you.
Puzzle. Grepe asked some acquaintances to help evacuate the entire neighborhood, but he was only able to recruit 9 people. 2 whose voices carry 3 squares, 3 whose voices carry 2 squares, 4 whose voices carry 1 square. Oh no! I didn't like this kind of puzzle in... I didn't like this kind of puzzle in, Versus. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan. No, I don't like these puzzles. I have a really hard time with them. They don't, like, fit in my brain space. If that makes sense. I will admit this one is a little bit easier, I think, than the one in... Yeah, I think this one's easier than the one that is in Versus. But the one in Versus
Time to
was
apply
hard.
some creative thinking.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I love the thrill
It
of a
was
good
like the
solution.
townspeople on watch. I had a really hard time with that one. I think this one was easier because they said this person, like, you have this many people that can go this many and this many that can do. Yeah, they didn't give that in Versus, so I was just like, what's happening? I couldn't figure out, like, I couldn't mentally figure out how many squares each person was.
covering. Now we can get the evacuation started. Let me handle the people. I won't let anyone in this town come to harm.
Thank you, Mr. Greppo. We will continue with our investigation.
Got anything to say? Hello again, boys and girls. Fancy a great bite before your head out. I know it seems dead in here, but at least I have plenty of time to lavish attention on my customers.
Are you too hungry?
Well, we haven't had a great deal to eat since we started the investigation.
Perhaps it's time for a break.
Lovely. I'll get some menus while you sit yourselves down.
Emmy, this is delicious.
Here, try some of mine. Emmy is like, please, I fought 3 grown men and took a trip to and from London. I'm starving.
You two might want to slow down. Your food isn't going anywhere.
Chomp chomp. Slurp florp.
Neither of you can hear me, can't you?
They are so cute. My little geese. Emmy is so hungry. She finally got to eat, thank God.
Mr. Layton, what do you have in mind for this showdown with the spectre? Does that mean we're almost at the end of the game, Mr. Layton? Are we almost done with this game, Mr. Layton?
I think it is time we determine the true nature of the spectre.
The true nature of the spectre? It's a spectre, I've told you, it's a spectre.
And to do that, we need to lay a trap. A trap that spans the whole town.
Wow, can we do that? There's only 3 of us.
Not alone we can't. We will need quite a few helping hands. Do you remember those crows? We really need all of them. We're getting there, my boy. Just a few chapters to go.
Good to know. Thank you, Hannah.
But if we're not going to ask the police for help...
Remember, Luke, a cab. We shall ask the Black Ravens, because we cannot ask adults. We must ask the children.
Ah, good idea, Professor. They are running an entire black market.
Let's head to the black market and find Crow.
Oh my god! I just realized we now have Toppy up here in the little pixels. Ah, that's so cute. Oh my god, that's so cute. I love that so much. Fuck Jakes, let's get the 10-year-olds with the parkour skills to help. Woo, win. That is, Hannah, that's literally so cute. The mouse is coming with us on an adventure. I also think, wasn't this door actually marked? That was another reason I thought it was looking for something, because that door at least seemed to be marked. Bucky, what are you doing here?
Now that's a silly question. Where there's Bucky, there's boats. Where there's boats, there's Bucky.
What? You mean we can take a boat from here? That's impossible.
The word impossible is not in old Bucky's dictionary. Hey, you guys want to ride? Bucky's got some great boats here.
No, I'm alright, but thank you, Bucky. It was Mark, if you remember, by Tony. Oh, right, the witch. Right. Sorry, I forgot about that. I completely forgot that plot line. Huh. That throws a wrench in my mind palace. That throws a bit of a wrench in my mind palace. I must think on this.
How can somebody like me be defeated by such a little matter as this?
You seem to be in a spot of trouble. Is there anything I can help with?
I prepared some sweets for a little boy, but I've mixed up all my numbers in jars.
Oh no. Below are 4 rather special sweet jars. A to D. The number of sweets of jar A and B are combined exactly twice the number of jars. So you should It's fine. Okay, hold on. got my pen out. I don't know how to talk during these. Sorry about that. Then A. You add 3 sweets from jar D to jar A. So that doesn't tell us anything about jar D, but it tells you about jar A. We'll have math is hard to talk through, especially since I'm doing it on a notepad to the side. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. Right? Hello? Okay. So A equals both 2B minus 3 and also C minus B. So then 2B minus 3 equals 2C minus B. So that's 3B equals, so this is so disgusting. Oh, this is awful. This is god awful. This is nasty. This is truly terrible. I feel like I'm both over and underthinking this. I need like a little thing to go up on my screen that's like doing math, can't talk. Should I solve for... Maybe I should do B instead? So... A, so then... A plus 3 equals 2C minus A, which is equals, but then we get 3/4 equals C. I need a little pad of paper and a pen and a chalkboard with equations on it. I need a lot of stream assets that I don't have. I am getting fractions, and I'm not thinking, I don't think I should be getting fractions, right? That feels wrong and bad. understand, man. There are too many variables. So D has to have more than 3. D has to be greater or equal to 3. But that doesn't help me. I think I need to start over. As awful as that is, but there's other stuff on this paper, and I think it's messing with my brain. So, A plus B equals 2C, and then B plus D equals 2A, then D is greater than or equal to 3, and A plus 3 equals 2B. So we have A equals both 2B minus 3 and 2C minus B. I could do that equation math that Hannah did last time that I didn't understand. But I don't know how to do it. I think that's when you... Do I just add down? Minus 3B plus 2C. Does that give you 2A? Sure. Equals B 2C. This is so awful. 2A minus 2C plus 3 equals B. This isn't it. This ain't it. This can't be it. This cannot be the way to do this. But how else would you do it? Fucking Christ. Okay. Hints are probably not going to be helpful, but... There's a simple way to differentiate between the contents of the jars to get your answer. Oh my god. The Professor Layton logic for this is so simple. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I know! I know! I need to stare at these for a second. One of these has to be 6. It's like, I got to that point, guys. I got to that point. I hate, like, 90% of the time I have to go through, like, the first 3 hints and sometimes get to the last hint before I have reached the part in the puzzle I have not solved. But it's fine. Take the equation. 2b must be an even number because 2 is one of its factors? Oh, wait, yes, that makes sense. I'm sorry. It's like, this means a plus 3 is also even. Taking away 3 from an even number will give you an odd number, so therefore a must be odd. So if a is odd, plus b, which is... So that must also be odd. So b must be odd. So it has to be either C or D. So that's just C or D. So wait, so A, wait, so A is wait, no, hold on. So A is odd. So yeah. That must be odd, so B is odd. So then 2A is even, so if B is odd, then D must be odd. Does that mean it's C? Does that mean it's C?
Some puzzles must be met directly.
I'm curious
No
what the
puzzle
actual
without an
algebra
answer.
for that would have been. But I never would have thought to look at it like that. Which I guess is on me. I guess I'm not the puzzle master, but like, oh my god. But like, you gave me equations. And then technically didn't ask me to do math. You asked me to work in like theoretical states of numbers. Oh jeez. Hold on, I need a second to look at all of these DMs I have to make sure there's nothing pressing. Okay, that one I can do later. This one. Oh, this is from this one I can wait. I just want to make sure I grab these since I have a few time-sensitive things happening. Yeah, there's 2 here. Let me make sure it doesn't... Okay, cool. Give me a sec. Jesus Christ. Okay, here, I'm gonna put you guys on be right back because I have to deal with this. I literally will be right back. I want to be able to talk to myself without having to worry, and I have to go measure something real quick, but it'll be quick. back. Thank you for being patient. I had to stuff a bunch of things in mailers real quick, test some sizes, and give me 1 second. I just want to, I just need a minute. I just need half a second more and I'll be ready to go again. Whoa! Okay, let's, okay. Alright, let's play Professor Layton. That's the wrong one. I hit the wrong button. This is fine. It's fine. We're fine.
Alright. Eek! Look! Why, you've been dilly-dallying. My sweets have started melting.
She's literally calling me out. She's like, you took too long. What were you doing? Oh wait, I need to write a note to myself. Note to self. Note to self. Cut BRB time from 9:19 Layton stream. I haven't gotten like any copyright strikes on YouTube, but I'd rather be safe. Since I have already gotten like a copyright notice that's like we aren't monetizing your videos or whatever. I have like 5 subscribers or whatever. Like that's not the purpose of like my YouTube archive, right? I'm not here I don't care. But I am trying to avoid that. So I need to make sure that I actually like cut when I'm away from the mic for long periods of time, since Nancy True had rain sounds copyright claimed by Twitch. Thanks, guys.
I can't sell these. I'll have to start all over again.
Even a little melted, and the taste should stay the same, shouldn't it? It seems a waste. It seems a shame to waste them.
Alright, 1 sec, I just got an update. My end and sounds good. Okay, sorry, this is just like a time-sensitive thing. You guys get a little in. We were not sent the correct number of something for Dadworth. It will not, in the end, affect any customers or buyers. It's just been very stressful. I talked to MJ and Nikki about this last night when it happened, but I did cry over magnets. So I have been having to figure this out with my finance mod because we just didn't have enough. I think they didn't give us like, I don't know, they're off by some. So we have figured out a solution. Again, it's not going to affect any buyers of the zine. It's just like, I have been really stressed with shipping all this. It's very overwhelming already. So, yep, I just wanted to sort that out because it is something we need to start organizing as soon as possible. I'm also trying to buy mailers right now, and I'm trying to, me and my finance mod are on different time zones. They're quite literally, like, on the other side of the planet. So, so we have to, I'm trying to get this all out, like, while they're on their lunch break, right? So I can, as soon as this is done, go order mailers so they can come in fast, and I can ship stuff out. Is it the regular magnets or the Fridgeworth ones? It's the Trucy magnet. So the Fridgeworth ones are your very standard, like, when you get a die cut magnet, which just means it's cut to the shape. That's what a die cut or a kiss cut is. If you see a sticker described as a die cut, that's what it means. It means it's a custom shape to your image. And they're very thin. Like, if you get them from, like, a place of business or an event, usually it's, like, this thin one that if you try, you can just kind of, like, snap it. That is what the Fridgeworth one is. It's also for the DGS what the Sholmes one is. I'm not saying they're, like, low quality. It's just, it's not a hard magnet, right? It's a bendy one. But the stretch goal magnet for Dadworth, the Trucy one, is, It's an acrylic. It's a very thin piece of acrylic, which is plastic, with a magnet, like a circular magnet, attached to the back. So that's why that one is a little bit harder to coordinate, right? Because with the Sholmes and the Fridgeworth, that was an in-US production place that did it. For the Trucy magnet, that was our acrylics manufacturer who also made all of the charms, all the standees, right? So that's where that is not US based. So there's a much longer time period. So we've sorted something out. It's just like way more stressful than if it had been the Fridgeworths that I had not enough of. However, it is Trucy, my darling girl. And I love that magnet, so I'm glad we're sorting it out. It's just like, Anyway, is this when Emmy will finally get her treats? Will Emmy finally get sweets? Please?
My dear man, there's no other way. I can't sell these like this. It would go against everything I believe in.
Aw, and they look so delicious too.
No, give them to Emmy. Emmy wants sweets so bad. And girl, I understand. I think tomorrow I'm gonna take a little break. And I'm going to make cookies. I have been thinking that I want to bake and make cookies for days now. Absolute days. But, like, because I have been shipping nonstop and I get, like, a lot of stress and anxiety when I'm not shipping, when I'm not, like, actively doing something to be productive on this one task. I get very stressed and very anxious and nervous that I'm not going to finish on time because Dadworth and DGS do have like a bit of a time frame. Like, obviously these both have had a very long production period, so I want to get them out as fast as possible. But the other thing is October 2nd, if anyone ships stuff, October 2nd to sometime in January, shipping prices actually go up. It's at least within the United States, but I believe it's a global phenomenon. Because it is the holiday season, TM, all shipping prices go up by like 25 cents or something if you're shipping from the United States. Which that doesn't seem like much, but if you remember that I have, between the two projects, like 600 to 700 things shipped out, you multiply Dadworth has 394 packages to ship out, right? So if you actually, if you multiply 394 times 25, that's almost $100 in shipping. And there's always a little bit of error in shipping, because sometimes you assume in the United States, like all shipping in the United States, say for like the book, I don't remember what we put it as. Say the book we just put as $4.99 for shipping in the US. That is not true for the entire US. If someone lives in a rural place, it can suddenly be $13. This happened when I shipped out my books, Tangled Ribbons. Some of the shipping prices were double what I put because those people lived in rural areas, and shipping calculators, at least on Big Cartel, they're not like accurate enough to know, oh, this person lives in a rural area, so it's going to be more expensive, so we should charge them more. It has a flat rate for the United States. So you need a shipping blanket, but like we're also off because our package is way more. Shipping went up anyway. So like I just need to get it out before October, and I need to stop talking about this and talk to Crow. I'm sorry. I do have to do like a Tetris and like talk about Zine Stream, because I feel like I have a lot I could say, but just not while we're playing Professor Layton. It's fine. What is his voice? Our very own city gentleman returns. What can I do for you, kind sir? Crow, we need your help in laying a trap for the spectre. A trap for the spectre? You must be joking.
You'll be saving the town.
Very noble, rich boy, but you can't seriously expect us to take on the spectre. That's all right. This mission is fairly dangerous. It probably is too much for a group of children.
Layton is like, yeah, it probably is dangerous, isn't it? It's probably dangerous and scary, and you're probably scared. It's probably too much for you, huh? Probably too scary. Huh. That's okay, guys. We don't need to include them because they're scared, because this is scary, right? This is scary. This is a scary thing. Literally, he's like, what? Layton is doing a little reverse psychology.
Whoa, wait. What are you talking about? We may be kids, but we're not afraid of anything. All I'm saying is, how are you going to catch it if you don't know what it is? Ah, but that's the point. The trap we lay will expose the spectre's true nature. Have you ever seen Scooby-Doo? It's much like that. You really think you can pull that off? With your help, I think we can, yes. Are you interested? Maybe. I'm intrigued now. Well, the first thing we'll need is... ...
fade to black. I knew it. They're not going to tell us the plan.
And from there, we'll just wait for the spectre to appear.
And then we'll have it.
Let's go to the place where the spectre will appear next.
We have a lot to do. I love Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's my shit. That's why I'm like this. I love a Scooby-Doo. I love it. I love a trap. I love a trap where we mess up and nonsense helps solve the case. Huge fan of it. We are seeing everything at night. Someday I'll have to learn and cut and edit videos of when all your bots are like a funny haha montage of all your fun out of context lines. Anna, you're so sweet. The idea that there would be a compilation video of me is objectively hilarious, but I'm glad that you find me entertaining.
Emmy, look, I believe the spectre will be appearing soon. I think it will be much easier to get a good view of it through the mist if I wait outside. It's dangerous, but it's a risk I have to accept.
What are you planning to do, Professor?
I should be able to get a good look at the spectre if I wait for it here. In the meantime, I want you two to hide somewhere out of the way.
What? You want me to run and hide? Me? I want to try to punch the spectre in the face. Do you think it's corporeal? Because I want to see if I can land a punch. As your assistant, I'm going to be right at your side, no matter the danger. I need a video of Layton going, "You've ever seen Scooby-Doo?" to a 10-year-old black market dealer. You could have clipped it. You didn't clip it. No, I'm kidding. No, it's, has Crow ever seen Scooby-Doo? It's important. Yeah. I can't believe how quickly, both in this and in Versus, they're like, so Luke can talk to animals. Anyway. Oh, there are so many little bits. Well, if you, I swear to God, I have to get back to uploading VODs. I was thinking about that earlier, but it's really hard to do when I'm also shipping because part of my attention needs to be on that, and I can't. So as soon as I'm done shipping, like, we're back on like Donkey Kong. Like, I have to get them up because the way that it works now is if I stream 3 times a week, like I'm planning to with Nancy, it's just going to keep being a building, like it's gonna be a backlog that just keeps building, and I know I'll get to a point where Tony is at, and a very valid one, where when you immediately download a Twitch VOD, it just gives you a string of numbers instead of putting your title in or a date or anything like that. So, unless you're going through and waiting for everything to individually download and then going in and renaming them, which I don't do because I forget, I'm lazy. I started to at the beginning, but then I lost track, especially since I only download on Saturdays, which I forgot to do this week, so I'm doing it tonight. I'm downloading 3 VODs at once, and I don't check them. I have the same start screen each time. It becomes very, like, overwhelming, so I have to like get them all out of the way and then see if I can. There is a button on Twitch where you can hit export and it'll export automatically to YouTube, so I have to do that once, but only once my backlog is complete. So I have quite a few more to do, plus I need to clear out that space in my hard drive so bad. It's an external one, but I am out of space anyway. Emmy being told to stay behind is the funniest thing the professor has done yet. I can't believe he thought that would happen.
Consider me your assistant as well, Mr. Layton. I'm here for the puzzles.
I appreciate this, but I can't put either of you in danger. Especially you, Luke. You are a child.
I don't know how old Emmy is. How old is Emmy? Just curious. How old is Emmy actually? Why were you good to know?
I'm sure we're not in any danger as long as we're with you. And I am sure I can punch the spectre. Let me punch the spectre. Professor, I want to see if I can dropkick the spectre. The more pairs of eyes we have watching for the spectre, the better, no?
Well, I can't dispute that. Alright, you can stay with me, but the moment you sense danger, promise me you will run for cover. Maybe we should also all wear hard hats since it hits buildings and things fall.
Understood, Professor. I refuse to wear a hard hat.
You be careful too, Mr. Layton.
Always. Now we wait for the spectre.
I think she should fight it. I agree. I think she would win.
It's the fog.
It's coming.
He's so little. He's in a boat.
The spectre. I can feel it.
Maybe it's because you're in the water.
I hear it, but I can't see anything.
I can hear the flute. Spectre said, "Fuck you." Fuck you, Arch. Oh no! It looks directly at Professor Layton.
So this is a spectre.
Well, it's not translucent.
Professor, are you okay?
Emmy.
Layton,
Luke.
Look at this
you
guy.
saw it, right? You got a good look at the spectre.
Oh, yes. I got a very good look.
He clearly saw something that I did not see in the animation.
Emmy, Luke, the spectre's not at all what we had imagined.
And bitch, what did I imagine? Because I don't even know.
It appears to be.
Ah! I can't be getting jump scared in what is effectively a visual novel with puzzles. This can't keep happening to me. I have to be better than this. This is the same vibe as me in high school. I used to get jump scared by the bell. It actually got worse as high school went on. By senior year, even if I had been looking at the clock, because when you're in high school, you know when the bell's gonna ring, right? Like, by senior year, you've spent so long in that building, on that schedule, on that timetable, that you know instinctually when those bells are gonna ring. It's like in your bones, right? It's in your bones. Sometimes you get distracted and you don't pay attention, but generally you have a good sense, even not looking at a clock, when the bell is gonna ring. Even if I had been staring at the clock, sometimes the bell that I had heard for 4 years would scare me so badly. I would like fall out of my chair, like my heart would be racing, and people were like, "Are you okay?" Like, you knew the bell was about to ring. Someone could tell me the bell is going to ring and it would still scare me. Like, this is why when Luca and Tony and Author and Cleric are like, "Oh, we're playing a horror game," I can only like watch it if I'm like goofing around with you, Hannah, because otherwise like everything sets me on edge. Everything makes me nervous and jumpy. Like, I can't do horror. I can't. Anyway. What was his voice? Fuck it, whatever.
There they are, apprehend them. I don't fucking know. Chief Constable Jakes. They're behind this whole spectre madness. They're responsible for destroying the town.
What? Well, that was not his voice. It's fine. That's a complete fabrication.
Huh. You can deny it all the way to the station, Missy.
Don't call me that.
Chief Constable Jakes, you can't be serious.
No! They're getting arrested. Oh my god.
Stop! Unhand me!
I warned you lot. Keep yapping and I'll slap you with a resisting arrest too. Jakes, you know as well as I do that we aren't the ones behind the spectre. Far from it, in fact, the spectre. Now, Layton, own up to your crimes like a gentleman. Alright, take him away.
Your fave Professor Layton is, in fact, a criminal.
Have a nice little nap. What? Where am I? Interrogation room. Nice, eh? I like to keep our prime suspects cozy.
Let us out. We haven't done anything wrong.
Stay calm, Luke.
What do you want with us? I demand to see a solicitor. I won't speak until my lawyer is present, and my lawyer currently is all the way in America, so it's going to take a while. He needs to get on a plane.
Do you? You've been reading too many pulp novels, Missy.
Admittedly, I don't know how the UK legal system works. Sure. This still feels illegal, though.
Once I explain to the town that the spectre was all you're doing, you'll get your lawyer. If you know it's good for you, you'll just sit here quietly and keep your traps shut.
I think Emmy should meet Maya, if only because I think that they would appreciate each other. I think Maya would be a huge fan of Emmy's ability to just parkour. And I think I think Emmy would think it's at least a little bit funny that Maya, given the chance in court, just like slammed Phoenix over the head with a pipe. There's that is still the funniest moment to me, like completely, like not really necessary, but thank you, Maya. Like, you could have killed him, but he's fine. He has a thick skull. Emmy, Maya, Kay, and Athena. Emmy and Athena, I have no idea how old Emmy is. I would love if Emmy was like a little bit of a mentor to Athena. Like a little bit of a mentor figure. And by mentor figure, I mean like coach. I think that they could go to the gym together. I think they could be sparring partners. Like Emmy teaching Athena. Emmy and Trucy? I don't know what goes on with Emmy, but I think that Emmy and Trucy just should meet based on the fact that I think that Layton and Luke are still in Phoenix's life and at least send Christmas cards each year. Luke is about Pearl's age. Right, you're right. Pearl is Athena's age. So yes, you're right, you're correct. Emmy, older sister moments. It's perfect. Athena spent all that time in Europe. Is Europe really that big? It can't be that big, right? It can't be that big. Europe in the Ace Attorney universe is like the size of a city block, right? Like, they can meet. It's fine. It's fine. I've lost my mouse.
What is it, Mr. Layton?
This is also saying that Professor Layton takes place around the same time as Ace Attorney, which is debatable at best. Professor Layton timeline is a mess. Hannah, the way I see it is, the Professor Layton timeline is whenever I want it to be. If their timeline's a mess, all that means is that I'm correct, and they can't tell me I'm wrong since they didn't do better. So I think it's fine. I think I'm correct, and I think I'm right. I just think I'm right. It's kind of like with 120 Miles, how I just kind of like made up shit about like the road system in Japanifornia. And I was like, this might not be accurate to California, but it's not California. It's Japanifornia. So like, I'm right. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. Exactly. Fuck you, level 5. I get to call the shots now. It's our city, it's our town, it's our sandbox. They put the sand here and they built a castle. And I will either add to the castle or I will destroy the castle. And I will decide as I feel is fit. And if it's bad, I will destroy the castle. I am a big fan of going into other people's sandboxes and knocking down their castles and stomping on them repeatedly. That is what I do to Miraculous Ladybug. I enter the sandbox that Zag and Thomas Astrick have spent so much time in and built so many interestingly shaped castles with questionable foundations, and I just kick them. I just kick them repeatedly and destroy them, and that's what I do for fun.
I've been thinking. Jakes and his men were immediately on the scene, but they weren't aware of Luke's prediction.
That's true. The police hauled us off the moment the spectre was gone. Seems suspicious. It's as if he knew the spectre would appear there. I think he's involved. I think Professor Layton might be right about that ACAB thing.
And he was planning on having us arrested all along.
Wait, what are you saying?
I believe this is all connected to the true nature of the spectre, which I am going to tell you about. Probably not right now, but I do have it figured out.
Which is?
We must clear up one more mystery before I can be absolutely certain. Our first step now is to find a way out of here as quickly as possible.
Professor, are you suggesting a jailbreak? That, my favorite post is the one on Tumblr that, I'll pause, hold on.
No problem. We don't gotta worry no more.
Worry?
What is up with this freak?
What's so funny?
Oh, you must forgive my levity. I just find your confidence to be rather, what's the word? Quaint.
Is that right? You best watch your mouth.
You fool.
Fool,
As
all
you stand
caps.
here boasting, I guarantee that Layton is breaking out of your provincial little prison cell.
Is this like Layton's like nemesis? Does Professor Layton have like a puzzle nemesis? That would be so funny. That would be so funny. I think Professor Layton should have a puzzle nemesis. Anyway, what I was going to say before that cutscene, while I save, is that one of my favorite Tumblr posts is the one that's like, detectives don't have to be cops. And then they were like Shaggy wasn't a cop. He just did weed. He just smoked weed. And it's like, Nancy Drew wasn't a cop. She was a high schooler. And it's like my favorite post. It's like, they don't have to be cops. They can just be a funky dude. They don't need to work with the cops. In fact, the Nancy Drew where she actually worked with the authorities, which was the Phantom of Venice one, I hated that one. I hated that one. And not just the puzzles. Like, everything about that one kind of sucked. So, like, maybe she's better off working freelance and not being involved with the police. Consider that. Why am I doing this? Like, we have to break out, bitch. Hint coin. For the next time I get stuck on a fucking algebra question. Look, in the corridor. I can see a policeman milling around. Milling around? Milling around.
They all wear the same uniform. Can they tell each other apart?
Their manner suggests that the rules are not just for show here. The furniture is stark and uninviting, as intended, I suppose.
I can't imagine sitting on that chair for very long. Do you think it's like the one in Disco Elysium? Where if you sit down, you can die.
It's so high, I don't think I could even sit on it properly.
Oh. Hey, let's use the phone to call Luke's father for help.
It looks like an internal line only, I'm afraid.
Oh, bother. That's no help. Fuck Scopa. I think the last Nancy Drew one I uploaded. No, it wasn't, but I did upload the one that's just an hour and a half of me playing Fox and Geese. Oh my god. The fact that we had to go back and win Scopa again. I almost killed someone, I swear. There was no one else around, so I don't know who it would have been, but like maybe I would have broken something. I don't know.
A mahogany coat hanger, I believe. And up goes my coat.
I'm obsessed with the fact that they're like actively trying to break out of this room. And Layton is like, I will take off my coat and hang it up. Like, sir, please.
I think I'll hang my bag up here for now.
Well, in that case, I'm going to hang up my camera too. She's like, fine, I guess we're hanging things up. Let's see, did I get everything? I think I got everything. They're getting comfy. Puzzle, puzzle, puzzle.
Mr. Layton, the door won't open. I guess that makes sense. Why wouldn't they lock it?
It must be locked from the outside. There's a keyhole on the side of the door too, but it's of little use without the key. Unless, Emmy, do you have a bobby pin?
No, I don't. Luke, Professor, stand aside, please. I think I can have this door down if I just kick it through.
Wait, Emmy, if we make a noise, our escape will be noticed. Let us consider the alternatives first.
I think Emmy would also get along with Phoenix. I think she can appreciate a man who kicks down a door. I think she's like, you get me. You get me. You understand. We're on the same wavelength.
I know. Toppy can help us.
Oh my god, Toppy? Look at the guy.
Squeak! Toppy, we want to get out of this room. Can you bring the key? Speak! Oh.
What is it, Luke?
There are 3 different keys. Toppy doesn't know which one is right.
Emmy and Phoenix Thunder Thighs Gang! So true. I think Emmy is overall a lot more toned than Phoenix is, just like entire body, whereas I think Phoenix like refuses to do arm day. Because I don't think he properly works out. I think he just is forced to work out because he bikes everywhere. I think that there's something about the Layton characters, and maybe it's because they did do a crossover, but I think there's something about their quirkiness, like the way they are quirky, where they fit so well in my brain with Ace Attorney characters, because sometimes with crossovers I do have a hard time, like, imagining the characters interacting, right? Sometimes they just don't mesh, but I feel like there's something about, like, there's a quality to both of these games and how they write characters where I'm like, these characters just, they can fit in the same space. They can sit in the same room and have a conversation without it feeling forced for me. So I think it's like a fun space to play around in. Whereas sometimes I'm like, I'm not saying I don't like crossovers, but sometimes it's a harder sell for me. You have to really work to convince me, whereas you can put any two Professor Layton, Phoenix Wright characters in the same room and I'm like, fuck yes, what would happen? Yeah, Emmy works out by choice, Phoenix wears the house by reluctance. He cannot afford a car, he can't really afford the train, and the train sucks. He hates the bus, and is super unreliable. Bike it is. Layton, Luke, and Emmy need to escape the police station. Luckily, Toppy has brought them a bunch of keys, but only one of the keys fits the lock. Which of these keys opens the door? The door will not open unless the key can be fully inserted and turned. Currently, I'm trying to figure out how to center the text in my countdown timer in OBS, because every time it switches over to the text, it goes way off center. Huh. I don't use a countdown timer because I didn't even know how to do that as a thing. Good luck. I'm sure if you do some, like, Googling, maybe something will come up, like, on Reddit. I found that Reddit has been super helpful. Like, I don't use Reddit, but, like, finding other people who have already asked the question. And then maybe you could ask Luca. I think Luca might use a timer sometime. But I don't. I don't use timers. Like I said, I didn't even know that was a thing. I do the most basic things in this. Like, I really have to update my chat box because I hate how it looks. And I would love to redraw my little icon guy at some point. I'd like an actual layout instead of just throwing things on screen. But I don't have time right now. Maybe that'll be like if I ever reach 100 followers. So I'm about 40 off. If I ever reach 100, I'll do like an overhaul of my stream layout. Oh, fuck.
How about this?
Shit. What? What on earth?
That was it.
Well, I said fuck because I hit A and that just automatically selected it and moved on, and I hadn't saved. But I also hadn't figured out what the puzzle was. I just clicked a random one. I just clicked one at random. Hannah, I'm not kidding. I don't know what the point of that puzzle was. I was, like, clicking because I was confused. I genuinely didn't know what they wanted me to do. I still don't know. I guess I have to read and find out. Keys B and C won't even fit in the keyhole. However, you can insert a key partway and then rotate it a half turn to insert the rest of the way? That was pure luck. That was 100% luck. Also, yes, 69 followers. The funny number. I hit 69 on our last Deltarune stream, and then someone unfollowed, and then MJ actually followed me a few days ago. So, MJ, if you're watching this VOD, thank you so much for following.
That did it. Now we can get out.
Why did Steam just open? Don't open. Oh, it wants me to update. Not right now. Amazing stuff, Luke. You really can talk to animals. Why? Why on earth is that something you can do? Can we address this? I know we're a little busy, but, like, could we talk about this? Could we actually explore this bit? No? Alright, well. Putting the pin back in it.
Quickly now, let's go. We still have to solve the riddle of the I clicked too soon. Oh, the riddle of the spectre. I clicked into the other Twitch thing to see where it was at.
Right, Professor. They really just walk out. Oh, pfft. I was like, what's that? Dumb.
Professor, there are police all over the place.
We'll have to find some way to escape without being seen.
Puzzle! I saved that time. Shut up. Layton, Luke, and Emmy need to get the key and reach the exit without alerting the guards. There's a path that will allow a group to pick up the key on their way to the exit without passing in front of any of the guarded doorways or using the same corridor twice. Unfortunately, all the corridors are one way, so they must walk in direction of the arrows. Oh! COVID, safety compliances, right. Where's the key? Oh, there's the key. LOL. Here, let's just... I'm just doing it in here because it's going to be easier, I think, than... Let me memo that in real quick. I don't know why I did that and then saved immediately. There was nothing more frustrating to me during COVID when, you know, there's very clearly... Ah, shit, hold on. Fuck. That's not right. When there was very clearly, like directionals and people just ignored them. Right? People would just ignore it and walk the other way. And it's like, I get it. It's a little annoying in the grocery store, but like, just fucking do it. Just walk the extra 2 feet. It's a safety precaution. Just do it.
Time to apply some creative thinking.
Win.
I love the thrill of a good solution.
I do too, when it doesn't take me 57 years and involve math that I hate.
Come on, you two. We should escape while no eyes are upon us.
Sorry, I'm trying to see... I'm trying to decide how much longer I should go. Hannah, if you have any input, feel free to let me know what you think. If you do have any input on how much further I should go. I don't necessarily need to end early tonight, but anyway.
It seems we got out safely.
It's already morning. Wow. My dad is probably freaking out.
Looked at tutorials before. A separate program. Oh, that is the one thing. It reloaded. Ew. It's sometimes a lot of external stuff for OBS, and I'm so lazy. I'd like to say I don't think you need to have an amazing setup, but I do think you need to have a decent one, and I don't think mine's good enough at the moment. It's passable. It could be better. Oh, my question was if you had any idea if there was a good stopping spot, or if I should just stop when I feel like it.
I still can't believe Chief Constable Jakes tried to lock us up.
Jake certainly seems intent on obstructing our investigation.
So, what do we do now?
We have another puzzle to solve.
What is that?
The Spectre's flute.
What about it?
The flute controls the Spectre, in a manner of speaking, that is. But we need to find out why the flute is audible all over town, and who is playing it.
I just assumed that whoever played the music was the Spectre.
In this town, the wind could not carry the sound of a flute of more than 100 yards. Not to mention, it would be dangerous to play the flute in the area being attacked. We haven't seen anyone around during the attacks, yet we still clearly heard the flute. Luke, do you remember the sites the Spectre had attacked so far?
All my predictions are logged in my notebook.
Let's head back to High Yard Arch. We need to determine what the attack sites have in common. And we also must avoid the police. So, stay stealthy.
6 minutes left to chapter 3. 3 puzzles. No, to the chat and left to the chapter, 3 puzzles and a little bit of dialogue. Okay, cool.
Gracias. Nothing but rubble. The arch was completely demolished. I watched it happen in the cutscene. The fog was so thick you couldn't see 2 inches in front of you.
Which seems to be typical of the fog that accompanies a spectre.
Mr. Layton, are you saying the spectre somehow creates fog?
That does appear to be the case, although I'm not sure what this means exactly. Maybe we should spread out and search the area.
I think my other thing in Layton is, currently I do not know what their level of technology is. I'm like, could they have speakers everywhere? I don't know. Oh wait, they have these old pipes everywhere. Someone could play it and play it. They're in the pipes. Before Layton says it, I'm going to say it. I'm gonna solve it first. If these old water pipes are technically not in use and they're all over the city, then someone could play into one of them and it could act as a vent. You know? It could have something to do with, I think they were mentioned at the dam, but I don't remember if that's where we found out more information about them. Or maybe it was the pond? Fuck it. I think that this is how they're going through, because originally I was like, it sounds like it's some sort of speaker system, but I don't think they have that, so the vent...
Of course, that's it. Finally, one of the puzzle pieces the puzzle pieces fit together. Sorry, I had to look over. I clicked it not realizing I hadn't read it, and I had to look over and read it on the delayed one.
What is it, Professor?
Do you two remember what the flute sounded like? Not the tune it played, but the quality of the sound. Was there an echo? Do you remember? What was unique about the music when the spectre appeared?
It echoed throughout the town. The spectre drowned it out, or it had a jazz fusion flair.
I wish it had a jazz fusion flair.
Yes, everyone said they heard it echo all over the town.
Exactly. Regardless of where we were, the flute's echoes were still clearly audible. Everyone in town had heard it. Not just the people near the spectre.
Yeah, just vibing in town center, just like to the jazz music. So true.
Is there anything that could carry sound throughout Mistroli? Anything you can think of? How was the sound of the flute being carried all around over town?
Everyone hummed it together. Through old pipes or down the canals. It's those old pipes we have all over town. They carried the sound.
I believe you are correct, Luke. The sound was carried all over Mr. Ollie through these old pipes.
So, it was the old water pipes all over Mistroli.
Yes, that's right. I believe the pipes go all the way to Bard Manor on Highyard Hill.
The pipes go up to the lake.
Professor, you don't suppose?
Let's head to Bard Manor. I think all will become clear there.
Puzzle solved. Save.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh. End of chapter. I skipped the puzzles. Oh my god, I skipped a lot this time. Holy shit. We're gonna have to do puzzle week next week or something. That's okay. I am going to be done now, though. I know we just saved, but what if I saved again? I'm gonna be done now because I do have to go buy mailers, and I am not sure if I'm logged into my parents' Amazon Prime account because I would like to use Prime. Today a puzzle stream when? Honestly, probably the next time we run into Keats, I might do a bunch of them. I don't like having them build up. It stresses me out. So the fact that I missed so many in this chapter, a little stressful. Not gonna lie, a little stressful, but I also didn't talk to anyone. I refused to talk to people in this one. So I know we're in the middle of plot, but the next time we run into Keats, I'll probably stop and do a ton of puzzles, unless Hannah is here and says don't do that one, it'll take you 25 minutes and a lot of algebra and make you very angry. But thank you so much for coming to stream, for coming with me on this little puzzle journey, especially since I kept getting distracted and had apparently a lot to say about not this game. You don't have to like really look over them, Hannah. Just like if I open one and it's like a lot, just tell me and I'll stop it. But yeah, on Thursday, I'm going to be playing Nancy Drew again. I'll actually figure out which one I'm playing right now since you guys are hanging out with me for a second. Nancy Drew game list. I think I wanted to see if I could do one of the older ones that, you know, I can still open. Because we have gotten to White Wolf on Icicle Creek, which I think is the oldest one we've technically done, other than the Secrets Can Kill Remastered. We couldn't do Stay Tuned for Danger, A Message in a Haunted Mansion. So those are all 2001 games, so let's ignore those. I think I'm going to try... Maybe let's try just going back a few from White Wolf. Let's try on Thursday for me to start Secret of the Old Clock, which is based on the first 4 Nancy Drew books, apparently. That one is from 2005. So we'll give it a shot. And if that doesn't work, we will do... the what? Is it this one? This has no... Yeah. If that one doesn't work, we'll try The Haunting of Castle Malloy. So, yeah. Those are the 2 Nancy Drew options. On Thursday, I will be playing Nancy Drew finally again. I know it's been a long time, but I needed a break from her. She was stressing me out too much. And then on Friday, I'll be playing more Deltarune. And then on Monday, I'll be back here with our good friend, Professor Layton. Yeah, it is the first Nancy Drew book, so yeah. Yeah, Nancy has been let out of the puzzle dungeon, but she is on probation. So stay on your toes, Nancy. But again, thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day/night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!